Hey guys, it's Sarah and I'm going to go ahead and get started on working on some of these embellishments for these page kits. So I will end up putting this on fast forward here in a few minutes just while I'm going through stuff. I'm going to be going through the same type of stuff constantly, so I'm just going to fast forward through that and voice it over. But I wanted to go ahead and show you where I'm starting from. Or not where I'm starting from, but what I'm pulling from. That's what I wanted to say. I have quite a few things here that I would like to work my way through. So I have it all sitting on my desk. It's a little bit of a hot mess, but that's okay. All right, so one of the first things I did was, I went through my stickers and my sticker sheets and sticker pads and some chipboard and all that. And I just pulled some things that I think I can really make my way through easily. So it's things that are, there's only a few things left on them. So I would like to go ahead and start working my way through a bunch of these. I think I can use a few of these up. As you can see, this one only has 3 things on there. This one can be easily, picked through. This one only has 3 bows left. So just kind of things like that. And I have a few sticker sheets here as well that just don't have a ton left on them. So I really would like to be able to get through a bunch of these. So that was kind of my first thing that I was looking for when I was going through my stuff, is what can I get through? And then I have a few of these Amy Tangerine sticker books that I'd like to work my way through as well. There's not a whole lot left in there. And, just things like this. I think I can get through a lot of these things. And I pulled a few sticker sheets as well. These aren't necessarily on their last leg or anything, but I would like to use some stuff from them. So I just kind of pulled what was catching my eye at the time, and then the things from the paper packs that I was using already anyway. Those are in here as well. And then I have 2 chipboard sheets that I 100% want to use up. So these 2 here, very, very easy to use these. There's not a ton left on them. So I really just want to go ahead and see if I can get all these used up here. And so there is that for the stickers, and I'm going to be going through these probably first, honestly, on my layouts. Just grab these first and start working my way through them. And I'm hoping I can be organized here. Let's see. It's not a guarantee. My children are home, so hopefully I can get through this before they get super loud. They're trying. Okay, so I'll be pulling from those first. And then I also have my Freckled Fawn supplies here. I have it in this iris container. I've always had them like this. I used to get their kits. I don't get them anymore because the stuff just really piled up. So I still have them all in this container, and I'm just going to go through these and see what I can use. And, hopefully I can use up some things. I'm not positive I'm going to get through a lot of this stuff, to be honest. There's just a lot in here. But I'm going to have options. I have some square doilies. I have puffy stickers. I have word strips. I have cork. I have wood veneer. I have a lot of options in here, so I would like to go through this kind of stuff as well and see what I can use up. And then I have, on this side, I have my die cuts. And I have die cuts in this little organizational bin. I got this on Joann.com. You can also get them at Michael's. But it's just a little container that holds all of these 4x6 iris containers. I don't know how else to say it. Containers, that's what they are. So I have these organized, and they are organized by manufacturer. So I have American Crafts, Basic Gray. This one says coffee because I have a lot of coffee themed embellishments and then some handmade stuff. Crepe paper, Ellie Studio, Heidi Swap, Hip Kit, Julie Bean Soup. This one is labels and banners, and then I have Pink Fresh Studio, Pink Paisley, printables, which are things that I've printed myself at home. This one is Random, which is my biggest one. Stamped Gifts, Studio Calico, and Travel. So I do plan to pull from these as well. So I'll be pulling a few of those out. And then I do have some just little things here and there that I would like to maybe try to work my way through. I have this little basket that I got at Target that sits on my desk and it holds kind of the random stuff. Just things that, you know, this one only has one little sticker left on it. So can I get rid of that, please? Little word strips, little labels, just things, you know, like there's a feather and an ice cream, 2 ice creams on that. So I would like to get, you know, through some of this stuff. And so we'll see about that. I have all my enamel dots in here. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to include enamel dots on in my kit. I might. I really like the way Nicole's doing that. I think it's going to help her when she's making her stuff. But I might just take all of my enamel dots with me anyway, so I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do that yet or not. But I have these brads. I would like to, you know, just go ahead and use these up, like, you know, just little stuff like that. And then I also have this little container that I keep next to my desk as well. I got this at Anthropologie a few years ago. It's supposed to hold like eggs inside your refrigerator, but I use it for this kind of stuff. So I just have a few little things in here that I can hopefully use up. And so as this is going to sit on my desk here too, so I can kind of pull from it as I need to. So that is where I'm going to be pulling things from. I'm just going to grab a kit and start working on it, and then I'll put it in a bag when I'm done. And I'm going to try to do 5 page kits right now and see how long that takes me. And I'll kind of go from there and see how many I can fit into one video. But you know, if 5 page kits takes me like an hour, then that's kind of what I'm thinking, then that would be a good goal. So I am going to go ahead and start. And I just opened this powder tool from EK Success, you guys, and my room smells like baby powder right now, and I don't hate that. So I kind of actually love it. It smells nice and fresh in here. All right, so I have a soda that I made with my soda stream, and I'm going to be watching Scandal. I'm trying to catch up. I'm only starting the last season, the last available season that was on, you know, last year. And I think the new season is starting this week. So I need to work on getting this watched so I can be ready for the new season. The last season, actually, the season that's just about to start is the last season. They were saying that. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and start working, and I will put you on fast forward. All right, so I am starting with this one, and the reason I wanted to start with this one is because this is one that I don't have a plan for yet. I don't have any pictures pulled. I have no clue what I'm going to make with this one, so I'm going to do this one first so that it actually sits last in my container. I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to put it in my container when I'm done, and it'll be on the bottom. And I wanted to do that because I wanted this one to probably be one of the last layouts I make at the retreat so that I kind of have a little bit of options. Okay, so the first thing is I saw this little Moments enamel word on this package here, and that green goes really lovely with the green that I have picked out. So automatically, there we go. And what I did was I moved the word over on the packaging so that I could just cut it out and keep it on there, because if I can't really take off the stickiness from that part, and it just wasn't going to work that way. And even if I put that on wax paper, it could stick a little bit. So I just used a tip that I saw Nicole do and just moved it around and then cut it out. And now I'm taking a few of these stickers that I am seeing, and I am using my powder tool to take the stickiness off the back. And that powder tool worked pretty well. There are a few sticker sheets I'm noticing that it takes a little bit longer to get the stickiness off to the point where it won't stick to anything. So sometimes I have to rub a little bit longer, but it's okay, it's worth it. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab this little bow here. So that is one bow off of that package there. And for the most part, I took some of the stickers out of their packaging. Basically, if it's something that is most likely, you know, gonna fall off while I'm shuffling things around, then I kept them in the package. But the sticker sheets that are just plain flat stickers, I went ahead and took them out of the packages. And here you can see it's taking me a little bit longer to do all that, and some of the bristles are coming off too, so I'm just, you know, brushing those away. But this one is mainly, you know, I'm looking for the colors that I'm using here. And then I grab this journal, this floral journal spot, and I was gonna sit there and get the stickiness off, but I was like, you know what? This is a big piece. I'm just gonna cut it out. It's fine. And I only have like 1 or 2 more stickers on that top part anyway, so I'm just gonna just cut it out and be fine. So I think the larger stickers like that I can cut out of a book, I'll do that. And then here I did go ahead and cut out some enamel dots, and those are from Freckled Fawn. And that's what I'm pulling from right now, is my little Freckled Fawn bin over here. And I have a few things that I'm pulling just to see. Again, I don't have any plans for this layout, so I have no clue what I'm going to be making. I'm just really pulling kind of the aqua blues and browns here. And I pulled a little bit of gold as well, and there is a gold foil asterisk on that little love pink circle there, so I went ahead and grabbed another gold foil piece just to kind of help bring that out a little bit. Then I have my die cuts here, and I'm really just pulling whatever is going to look good and passing on quite a few things, as you can tell as well. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go through my flares here too. I need to go through them more, as I'm realizing I think I've only pulled 1 piece of flare so far, but I need to keep those a little bit closer to me and not forget to, you know, go through them. Okay, so that's gonna be 1 page kit right there. So that is going to be 1. And now I'm gonna go to the next one, and this one is going to be an 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to be talking about my husband and I kind of doing a little bit of a long distance thing, and I'm going to do something in the chipboard, and I'm going to come here and tell you about it. Okay guys, so I wanted to go ahead and show you what I'm doing on the chipboard. So with the chipboard, normally I have had so many times I've had chipboard stickers come, like the sticky part come off onto the thing. So I've kind of made it a habit where when I pull it off, even if the sticky stuff comes off, I just rip that off, and it actually takes off a little bit of the bulk of it as well. So I'm literally just taking my fingernail, getting it underneath the sticker part, and I'm pulling it off. So that way it's just complete chipboard on the bottom. And that way I don't have to use my powder tool to go over like a big piece of chipboard or anything. And I can easily put it in here, no problem. And just for me personally, I like it better anyway that way. It takes off a little bit of the bulk, like I said, and it will actually stay better, because if it so easily comes off, you know what's going to happen over time in my layouts too. So that's just something I'm going to be doing. So when I'm taking chipboard off, I'll be peeling it off the back. So that's what I'm doing. I just wanted to go ahead and explain that to you. All right, so I pulled off that little you and me, and this is definitely going to be a black and white focused layout here, as you can tell. And like I was saying, this is going to be about my husband and I doing some long distance type stuff. When we were dating, we did live separately in different cities for a little bit, and so I'm going to be talking about that. And here I went ahead and I used that last sticker that was on the front part of that sticker book, so I used up a sheet there, which is nice. And I'm looking for blacks and whites and grays. That's really all I'm looking for right now. So I'm just going to go through my stickers here and see what can happen. I did pull this little banner from my little egg carton thing, and those were on clothespins, or not clothespins, bobby pins. And I didn't like the bobby pin thing, so I just literally peeled it right off the bobby pin, and it came right off, no problem. So I'm just going to toss those because I don't like them. And you know, little hearts and all that good stuff. I do have a little acrylic envelope from Freckled Fawn, and I'm just going to use that to kind of signify that we were long distance. So we did, you know, we wrote letters and, you know, did all that stuff while we were separated a little bit as well. So I am going to grab a couple of these hearts here from this pack and cut those out. And I'm really just, you know, anything that I can use here that's black and white. All right, so that is number 2. All right, number 3. So this is my girls going down a water slide. And I'm pulling all my summer stuff here. There was one sticker I knew for sure I wanted to use, and it says enjoy the ride from an Echo Park sticker sheet. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that one first because I know for sure that that one is going to be used. And you know, it's taken a while to get it to the point where I'm not afraid of it sticking anywhere. So I do have to go over it a few times. And I don't know if that's just because I'm not used to using that powder tool yet, or if it's the quality of the stickers or the adhesive on the back of them. I'm not sure which it is, but some of them I had an easier time than others. Okay, so I know I'm thinking about using a this little border strip on the side right there that have waves, and I'm trying to decide if I actually want to use it or not. I'm not 100% sure yet, so I'm thinking about it. When I initially was looking at those pictures and everything, I thought about using those, so I'm just going to think about it for a second and see if I want to use a border sticker or not. I do have this one here that I am getting the stickiness off the back of. And here's where I'm trying to figure out if I really do want to do that. I'm making sure the blues go and all that, and they do. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this out. I don't want to sit there and get stickiness off a border. There's no way. So I'm just going to cut it out and then stick that in there. That's fine. And then, yeah, I'm just pulling a couple of little stickers off of this sticker sheet, which is nice. And going to go through the rest of them. And I don't know if I do have these little half circles that they look like water. So I'm going to go ahead and use these. This is from, I believe, Bo Bunny, and it was a summer line that they had recently. I don't remember the name of the line, but. And I'm looking at the chipboard to see if there's anything on there, but I don't think anything really goes. I tried these frames out, but yeah, I don't know. It didn't jump out at me as working very well, so. All right, so I'm gonna go through my Freckled Fawn stuff now. I have a couple of two-tone blue hearts, which go nicely. So I'll use those. Then a little acrylic word that says fun. And I'm just gonna, you know, pull some stuff here and there. A couple of acrylic arrows. And then there is one heart on here that would go nicely. So I'm just gonna pull that and get that used up. And then I see this little phrase on here that says wild and free, and it's in a navy blue, and I really like that. So I don't know if I'm going to use that on that card or not, or if I'll use it somewhere on the layout. It's bold enough that I don't have to have it backed with anything because it's surrounded with white. So we'll see, you know, when I'm making it where I want to put it, but I really like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull the sticker part off the back, and then this floral also, because it has the navy blue and the yellow and the green. So that goes nicely. And then there is a little banner here that says life's good, and I'll use that. And I'm just going to go through everything else, and again, going through these sticker sheets. This is why I wanted to put it on fast forward, because, you know, I'm literally going through the same stuff constantly. So you'd be hearing me to say that and then watching me, you know, get stickiness off, which is fine, but, you know, it's all right. And then I see this really long sticker here, and it says a slice of the good life, and I really like that. I'm trying to bring out a little bit more of the green because there is green in those pattern papers. So I'm going to use this as well, and I think that could be cute to put next to that little tag that I had cut out from a cut apart sheet. So I'm going through these sticker sheets here. And then I think I'm gonna go through some of these stickers. Now for this one, I have that little sticker on the bottom there, and it has little yellow quotation marks. So I'm gonna use it, and then I realized that that little cutout that says Yippee can work perfectly on there. I just have to cut down the Yippee a little bit. So I'm gonna make a note of that right here so that I don't forget to do that. I'm gonna layer them up. And now I'm going through my little box here and just trying to see if anything jumps out at me. I did pull a couple things just kind of put on top because I'm thinking I can use them up, so not on this layout, but, and now I'm just trying a couple things out just to see if, you know, the colors are going to work and all that, and I really do like that. So I'm going to go ahead and go through a couple of die cut packs to see what I can use, and I have a couple word phrases. This is one from Hip Kit, so there's a couple of navy stuff in here that I'm going to pull. And I'm just going through, search, search, search. And I don't go through every single die cut pack for every single layout. I kind of have an idea of colors and, you know, feels and everything for what the die cut companies have been putting out. So I'm not too concerned about that. I think I can kind of eyeball it. So I'm not going to go through every single one every single time. Or sometimes I'll just pick them up and take a look, you know, through the box and see. Okay, so that is number 3. And I'm making sure I close up the bags because I don't want things to fall out all over the place. All right, so number 4, pineapples. As I was going through some of these die cuts, I picked up, I think, I don't know if that's Pink Paisley or Pink Fresh Studio, one of the two. But they had a couple of pineapple dies in there, so I grabbed those. And I am going to be looking through here. Now I'm looking for mostly kind of purples and grays and navy blues is what I'm looking for. So I have this gray arrow that says this, and I'm going to go over the back of it. I think I'm changing my episode on my iPad, so pardon me on that. But this one, yeah, it says this, and I really like that. It's like a two-tone gray. And for this one, I really wanted to capture, you know, just kind of the silliness of the topic of the layout. So if you watched my pattern paper put together, you probably know the topic. But that is my best friend Lindsay and we were at the gym, and we came up with a safe word for the gym, and it was pineapples. And we got that from Kevin Hart because we both love Kevin Hart. And so I'm just talking about how that's our safe word, and it has really become our safe word in life, basically. You know, if one of us is having a bad day, we'll text pineapples to the other person, and we know that we're having a bad day, or we're done, or this is, you know, we're finished with this, or whatever. So it's pretty funny. So I'm grabbing a couple of craft as well. So I think I'm going to bring in, you know, kind of the navy blue, some purples, and craft. And I really like the way that those are looking, especially with that ampersand. It's kind of a craft with a navy blue outline. So that's where I decided to bring in some more craft, and I brought that camera in, which I really like. I have that gray arrow from Kelly Perky. And I have this little geotag, which I will use to symbolize that we're at the gym. And then for this one, I believe I'm going to make some notes as well. But I decided that, you know, I have that gray and kind of light purple wood grain paper. And then I'm going to actually use the paper on top of that, the solid, to back my pineapple completely instead of having it be see-through. So I do make that decision as I'm making, you know, putting things together. So I am going to write that on an index card here soon. And now I'm going through my die cuts here, and I really am looking for some navy blues and some craft just to see what I can come up with. And I do end up finding a couple of good things. I found that pineapple. There you go. It does not match the color scheme, but it is a pineapple, so I'm going with it. I don't know how else I'm going to be using pineapples. So, And then I have that little top 5 journaling card that would be kind of fun to maybe talk about the top 5 things we scream pineapples about. You know, one is the gym, one is work. My best friend is a teacher, so she does it all the time. And just, you know, things in general that we don't want to do. So I'm also trying to come up with a general journal spot because, you know, that little top 5 thing is fun, but that's not going to be my main journaling. So I end up going into my little banners, labels and banners thing, and I find that really large banner that was die cut for me. So I'm going to use that, but I'm going to take that little gray thing that says snapshot details. I'm going to actually cut out the word snapshot details and leave the rest of it, and then I'm going to put that on top of the banner, and that's where I'll do my journaling. So I'm just making notes of that real there so that I do not forget. And I don't know if I include enamel on this one here or not. I think I might. I do decide that I'm gonna start including some enamel dots in here because I just think it's a good idea, and you know, maybe I can get through some of these packages like that as well. Sorry, it just started raining and it caught me off guard for a second. It's supposed to rain all day today, so I guess it's starting now. Luckily, I've already run my errands and I'm home. Okay, so that was number 4, and this one is going to be number 5. So this one is the girls doing some origami, and this is definitely going to be purple as well. And I immediately pulled those purple wood veneer flowers. That's from Freckled Fawn. I saw them when I was pulling out my kits, and I went, ooh, purple flowers. I have at least one purple layout happening, so I pulled those immediately so that I could use them. And then I think I'm going to go pink on here as well, kind of purple and pink, because the origami paper is pink. So that's going to be prominent on the page, so it's not going to be all purple. So I'm just going to go through all these, and I'm going to pull this large sticker here for layering, and I just went ahead and cut it out because there's nothing really around it. So, you know, instead of taking the stickiness off the back of a large thing, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out. And I used that little sticker that says half, and I don't know how else I'm going to use that, but I'm going to use it on here because they, you know, they were folding paper. So kind of, you know, making sure you fold things in half a lot is what they were doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and use it and make it work. And then there are these 2-toned diamonds up on top here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a purple and 2 pinks. And those are paired with gold foil. So I just thought that those were cute, and I can just use those somehow. Then I am going to use this little Hello Love piece up here. And I am keeping everything that I'm cutting off, even if there's nothing on it, just in case I need it for a later time. So don't worry, I'm not throwing anything away yet as far as packaging goes. All right, I'm going to go through my die cuts here, see what else I can use. And there's some puffy stickers from Freckled Fawn here that I'm going to use as well. A blue and a pink. There is some blue in the paper as well with the cranes, so I don't mind bringing in a little bit of blue here and there too. Not a ton, it's mostly going to be pink and purple, but and I'm searching through my Freckled Fawn again just to kind of see what else I can use. And then I'm going to pull this chipboard piece here that has like a bunch of different colors on it, and it's almost like a coloring block, I guess, and it has little staples printed on it. And I'm just going to use that because it has all the colors that are in the background paper. So it is thundering now. I hope it doesn't get too loud while I'm doing my voiceover. I hope you guys can't hear it, but the storms have started. All right, so I'm just really trying to think of what else to put on here. I do have some purple and white twine, and I thought that would be kind of cool to thread through the flowers and maybe do bows on top of the flowers in between. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down, but I'm definitely going to pull that. And then I end up grabbing a chipboard sheet here in just a second. I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to figure that out, but I will grab it here in just a minute. And I'm thinking, I'm thinking pretty hard here. I do find a couple more things in Freckled Fawn. There's a couple little things that have light purple on them, so I'm going to go ahead and grab those. Tap in my fingers because I'm not sure what else I want to grab. I will go through my die cuts here again, and I think I do grab a couple things out of here as well. But again, this is, my first time doing this, so I haven't quite found my groove yet. And I am going through this big box of random stuff, and there's just so much in here. And, some of it is just really old. I've had it for a really long time. I don't know who the manufacturer is, and, just kind of random stuff. Or it's a company I don't normally purchase from, so I'll just throw it in here instead of, making a whole nother box for it. These are little printables that I've printed at home. A lot of those I've had for a long time. A lot of those come from like classes and stuff too. When I took Studio Calico classes, I would get lots of printables every time. Okay, so now I'm going to grab the chipboard, and I'm going to use these numbers here that say 1, 2, 3. And that's just because they're going to be following steps on here. So I'm just going to go ahead and use those to signify. And plus there's a little bit of gold foil detail stitching on the back, and or on the side of it, and that's going to help bring in the gold foil from the diamonds that I have on there as well. So I think that's going to work nicely. And I'm also going to pull this pink label. And I think that is going to be it. And I will come back here in just a second, and I will end the video live. Okay guys, so I just put together 5 page kits. I'm gonna go ahead and call it good for this one. So hopefully, I don't know how long I've been filming. I think about an hour and a half or so. So I'm gonna have to do some good editing, but that's fine. And I think I'm gonna try to do 5 page kits per video, and then I will just speed them up and do voiceover. So I will see you guys again in the next one. Have a great day. Let me know down below if you guys have any questions, and I will talk to you later. Bye.